Listen to me. If you are retired, or you are standing right on the doorstep of retirement, you have worked way too hard and way too long to make a single, simple mistake with your money. You are entering a phase of life where you might be receiving some of the biggest checks you will ever see. Maybe it's a lump sum pension payout. Maybe it's a direct distribution from your 401k or traditional IRA that you need to move. Or maybe you finally decided to downsize, sold the family home, and you are holding a check for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But then, reality hits. You open up your Capital One app, or you look at your online banking, and you ask yourself a very serious question. How big of a check can I actually deposit here without getting my money trapped in bank purgatory? Let me tell you, this is where the fear sets in, and it is a very real, very justified fear. You worry that if you try to deposit a massive check, the bank is going to freeze your account. You worry that they will flag it as suspicious activity, lock you out of your own funds, and leave you on hold with customer service for hours, stressing over where your life savings went. Or worse, you worry that the app will simply reject it, and now you're left holding a giant piece of paper, wondering how on earth you are going to pay your bills or complete your next financial move. So let's answer the question directly. How big of a check can you deposit at Capital One? The honest answer is, it depends entirely on how you choose to deposit it. If you are using the Capital One mobile app to snap a picture of that check on your kitchen table, you are going to hit a wall. For most everyday accounts, Capital One sets a standard mobile check deposit limit of around $5,000 per day. Now, listen to me, that is a limit for mobile deposits, and it can vary. If you open your app and tap on the deposit feature, it will tell you your specific, personalized limit right on the screen. For some long-term, high-balance customers, that limit might be bumped up to $10,000 or more. But if you have a check for $50,000, $100,000, or $500,000 from a home sale, trying to use your phone is a flat-out waste of time. It will be rejected. But here is what I want you to understand. There is a massive difference between a mobile deposit limit and a bank deposit limit. If you walk into a physical Capital One branch or a Capital One cafe, there is virtually no limit on the size of the check you can deposit in person with a teller. You can walk in with a check for $1 million, hand it over, and they will accept it. The bank wants your money. But do not just run out the door yet, because how you handle this deposit determines how fast you actually get access to your cash, and this is where so many retirees get tripped up. When you deposit a massive check, the bank has a legal right under federal guidelines to place a hold on those funds. They do this to protect themselves, and you, to make sure the check actually clears the sending bank before they let you spend it. If you deposit that giant check into a standard Capital One 360 checking account, those funds are typically available by the next business day. But if you deposit it into a savings account, like the 360 Performance Savings, Capital One often places a hold of up to 4 business days on most of that money. Imagine needing that money to close on a new house or fund an immediate investment, only to find out it is locked up for nearly a week. That is a financial nightmare that is entirely preventable. So, what is your actionable takeaway? How do you handle this like a pro and keep total control of your money? First, look at the amount of the check. If it is under your mobile deposit limit, go ahead and use the app. It's safe, it's convenient, and the funds are usually available the next business day. Just make sure you write for Capital One mobile deposit on the back under your signature. Keep the physical check in a secure drawer for at least 2 weeks until you see the funds fully cleared, and then shred it. Second, if that check is over your mobile limit, even by a single dollar, do not try to find a workaround. Do not try to deposit it at an ATM. ATMs have physical risks, mechanical errors can happen, and they still enforce strict limits. Instead, if you live near a Capital One branch or a Capital One cafe, make the trip. Walk in, sit down with a representative, and do it face-to-face. If you do not live near a physical branch, because Capital One is largely an online bank for many parts of the country, you need to pick up the phone before you do anything. Call Capital One customer service. Explain to them exactly what you are doing. Tell them, I am a retiree, I have a large check for this specific amount from this specific source, and I need to know the safest way to deposit it. They may adjust your mobile limit temporarily so you can scan it, or they may direct you to secure mail-in options. But if you want the ultimate peace of mind when moving large sums of retirement money, bypass the paper check altogether. Whenever possible, ask the paying institution to send the funds via a domestic wire transfer. Wire transfers are direct, incredibly secure, and at Capital One, those funds are generally available the very same business day they are received. Please, protect yourself. Don't guess, don't assume, and don't take chances with your hard-earned nest egg. Take control of your deposits, know your limits, and keep your money safe.